Alright, meta event. Down where I'm at, there's hardly any zombies left this far down, so we shouldn't see too much headaches. Yet, here we go. Zombies right here. We keep getting zombies like right here, and I don't understand. There's been like no zombies here, and every day there's like 2-3 zombies like right in this area. I mean, like I said, I'm guessing they're actually coming in from the trees to the west. Because that explained them coming in such small numbers, but still annoying. Oh yeah, and it's always something like you'll look at and go, you know, you'll feel so dumb about because you're like, I was risking my character recklessly, and it'll be over for something that you don't even need. Like, it'd be like, oh, I already had 2 generators. I just wanted that 3rd generator, so I was lugging it home, but, you know, a zombie picked up on me, and I was super exerted because I was lugging a generator around, and it's like, why did I do that? There was no reason for it. But it doesn't matter. Or you'll be like, I'm going to take all the books. I don't feel like sorting through them now. So you're lugging all the books around, and then again, you get yourself fatigued and tired and all that stuff, and then you're like, uh-oh. You know, meta event drug a horde across my home. Now I don't know what to go. Or you just badly misplay something like, you know, you'd be like, oh, it's just one zombie. I'll just yell to draw them out of the trees, and then, you know, 2 hordes of zombies come on, and you're like, oh. Whoops. Oh yeah, now I gotcha. Oh yeah. I run outdoorsman almost all the time, so I almost never have to worry about getting sick. Like in our not a really CDDA, I mean the really CDDA run, yeah, we got sick because you start sick. But in our cryogenic winter run we got sick, but I mean that's kind of just expected. Yeah, so the last run we had died because I got a katana and just went absolute reckless as all can be, just annihilating zombies, and took way too many risks and eventually got caught. And then the big run we had before that died, like I said. We went to loot a house, didn't clear the stuff around the outside of the house beforehand, even though we know better because we're just being impatient. And zombie snuck in behind us, silent as can be, and just grabbed us on the way out of the garage. Oh, we may have killed a few zombies. Hey, replacement hunting knife. Love to see it. Aww. I got you baited. It wasn't a hunting knife, it was just a steak. And him trying to draw these loners together, I don't know why suddenly we have all the loners, but they're easy to fight when they're on their own, so might as well take advantage of it. Nope, I saw a body disappear on the bottom of the screen, so they're all decaying. There's a body down here just a second ago that disappeared. So sometimes, if you watch, you'll actually be able to watch the bodies like move around, so you'd be like, oh, I went this way killing, and then that way killing. And be able to very obviously tell exactly where you moved with that. They're probably talking about Pillow's random spawn mod. I've run that as well. And there's kind of a couple different modes it has. There's like one where it'll spawn you in places that are quote-unquote like casual places, so places you can't be trapped. There's one that's like harder, so sometimes you'll just like appear in a prison cell and it's like, alright, well, how do I get out of the prison cell? Let me yell and get zombies to come breaking down the doors and hope for the best. That one you can also have it spawn you in Louisville randomly, so that's, you know, interesting. It's weird. We had these giant hordes, and now I'm just seeing tons of individuals. Like, there's some hordes, but, like, a lot of them are missing. I mean, the really CDDA is hard regardless, because with the extremely rare loot, like, pretty much the start of the run is you find a kern, you yank it down, you rip it, you yank the piece of glass out of your groin, and you bandage it up. And then you're trying to not die between freezing to death, being basically completely incapable of fighting zombies because everything is wrong with you possible. Like, the prison I almost feel would work to your advantage because, any building you spawn in cannot have zombies in it. Typically, there's a couple exceptions, there's a couple bugs, actually, that kind of fudges that rule. Oh, please don't aggro all those. I've got hand forks, man. Boo. That's fine, we deal. But, so the entire prison would count as one building. So you'd have the entire building to loot, and there's, like, a cafeteria and all sorts of stuff. I want to say a prison also has some books, not many. You can find weapons in the police armory. Now granted, without the weapons, you might not even be able to get in any of those places, and with no zombies, maybe you won't find keys, but... Still, I feel like a random house in the middle of a high-population zombie area is much harder. Now, it could be worse. Like, you start in, I believe, East Muldrow on, the normal, really, CDDA challenge. I could certainly see where if you started, like, middle of Louisville or middle of West Point, it'd be just exponentially worse because they're just the higher zombie pop. Nope, the flies do nothing mechanical, it just basically lets you know the bodies are rotting. Now the bodies rotting, if you stand around them enough, will make you nauseous and all that. Start giving you a fever and whatnot. I've never had it do much to me, but that's because usually when I hit the point of nauseous, I'm just like, alright, it's time to go. Nauseous is going to impact my ability to do stuff. No, I don't believe so. We've had some depression, but that's from eating stale food. It hasn't gone up at all for me. And believe me, if it caused depression, our character would be absolutely just distraught by this point. Please give me a weapon. I'm using hand forks here. I mean, in real life, I would assume standing amongst a bunch of corpses day in and day out would cause depression. if not serious psychiatric concerns. But in the game, it doesn't seem to have any effect beyond just making your character a little nauseous. That said, I would assume if you kept standing amongst them after you got nauseous and it just kept getting worse, eventually it would be dangerous to you. Beyond, like, I've stood around them long enough that it has dramatically ruined my ability to fight to the point it got us killed when I was doing a 16x pop and we tried to hold our ground, and we actually were successfully holding back the zombies, but there was just nowhere to retreat from the piling bodies, and eventually the piling bodies got so sick we just couldn't fight anymore. Like, our movement and everything was heavily penalized by just how ridiculous our fever was. It'd also be another one of those ones that, like, someone would show up to, like, see your home or whatever, and it either, A, they'd be like, this is the best person we could possibly be around, clearly they have no problems with zombies, or this person is, like, an absolute menace that we cannot trust, we should not be around them. And there'd be nowhere in between. Yeah, I use guns. Right now we have basically no ammo. I think I have, back at the base, I have, like, 6 shotgun shells and maybe 8... I don't remember, like, 38 specials. So I really don't have much to use. Usually I'll wait till I have a decent amount of ammo, and that's when I'll break out the guns. And it's usually not like I use them for just flat-out clearing. I'll use them strategically, so, okay, helicopter event. You know, the helicopter's gonna drag the zombies to me anyways. So let's go start shooting. The zombies are coming anyways. Might as well reduce their numbers while they're here. I also always prefer starting with the shotgun just because until you have at least some aim, you can't do much with the other guns reliably. I usually tell people at 0 aim, I use a shotgun, sawed-off. 2 or higher, I will use the 38 special as well as the 38 special revolver as well as the 9mm. And 4+, pretty much anything, I'll use it. Yep. Oh yeah, and that'll just keep going faster and faster as we start getting fitness and strength and all that kind of stuff. Now, if the zombies would kindly let me into town, I would much appreciate it, because I am committing pretty heavily to pushing town, and I don't really have the food to back out and go for more food if things don't go well. Like, if things are going bad, I am at that point, I need to back out to deal with the food situation. Unfortunately, that would set us back quite a bit, time-wise. Like, the dead zombies are still dead. But yeah, we've killed about 1,200 zombies today. Because we ended yesterday's stream at 1,337 by entirely on accident. Unfortunately, I'm in this situation where even though I've got good maintenance, I just don't have decent weapons. Alright, I'll save that for when one of these kitchen knives break, and then I think this other guy had something. Where are you, body? Maybe not. Okay, or unless it's this body over here, but I don't think they're that far up. Nope. Man, welcome to everyone who's been joining the stream. I do appreciate everyone being here. So, little reminder, I do this announcement regularly, and I do mean it. Thank you to everyone who has been tuning in, who's been lurking, chatting, following, subscribing, doing the bits, the donos, the hosts, the raids, and all that good stuff. It all helps, and I really do appreciate it. I do hope you are enjoying the stream. I mostly do it that way, even though it is, me repeating the same thing. Just because I want to make sure I recognize all the different ways people chip in and help and all that kind of stuff. And I don't want to forget any. Because it's not just about people raiding, like, people lurking does help a lot. Like, the way you get partners, having enough viewers on average around, well, lurkers count, so that helps. You know, plus, and every time Twitch plays ads, they toss revenue to the streamer, so it's literally money in my pocket, so I'm sure as heck not going to complain about it. We're so close to town, just let me in. Why aren't you aggroing? I'm right here. Thanks so much for the follow. I'm going to have to read that name in a minute because I'm going to have to actually figure out how to pronounce that to make sure I get it right. And the zombies have no chill. Thank you for the follow, Vicarianin. Welcome to stream. I feel like I mispronounced that. If I did, please correct me, and I will try and do better in the future. Alright, so I need to do some food. Yeah, and we're eating the soup. The soup is basically all but worthless for hunger. Like, this whole can is 10 hunger. So yeah. Not great. In fact, we're just gonna eat the whole can here because it's that crap. We do have some more food back home. We got 3 cans of dog food, a bunch of roaches and all that kind of stuff. Not the ideal food we'd like to eat, but you know, beggars can't be choosers. Oh, we're so close, because right there is the first place we can, like, set down, is that this house right here. So, like, we're at the point I can pan the camera and see the house, probably. But the zombies get thick right here. So I just gotta keep killing my way through them. Yeah, and we do not have respawns on. It's just, for some reason, it seems like the zombies that are inside town are just keep pushing out at us again and again. And so it's kept us out. We have estimated, and this is using some math that is before multiplayer, so, you know, it's subject to be wrong. But we did estimate there's something like, I can't remember if it was like 5,500 zombies, or no, 5,300 zombies, I think it was, in all of Ekron. So based on that math, we're something like just about halfway there. I mean, slightly less than halfway there, but that gives you an idea. And that's for the entire city of Ekron. So with that said, like, we should start seeing the numbers thin out just because they lack reinforcements to throw at us. And you'll notice I do not loot the zombies carefully. I just kind of do a walk over, and if I see something exciting, I'll grab it. Unless, you know, like, I see the zombie and I see, like, you know, a crowbar hanging off their back or something while I'm fighting them. Then I'll stop for that. It just basically boils down to there's too many zombies. You can't stop and loot them all. We're talking there will be literally hundreds of thousands of zombies. It's not going to work. So when we kill them, we just go, does it look like there's something interesting? Nope. Then they just die and we move on with our lives. Good news is because we're using all these short blades, you'll notice my stamina is basically full the whole time. It is to at least Electronics 1. Because Electronics 1 is what makes it so you can hotwire cars. Now, after that, I mean, yes, it'll gain you levels on your electronics slowly, so it's worth doing. But I'm not bothering simply because it would take me entirely too long to go through that. And, like, right now, my time needs to be focused on actually getting a foothold in town, so I have, so I can start looting the houses for food and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, and because I keep opening space, they keep repositioning to fill it. That's all things that's got to be ridiculously annoying. Oh, I wish. I mean, at this point, if I just got a crowbar in general, I'd be super happy about it. Even a nightstick. Because I'm fast going through weapons. Like, you can see where we're at right now. So I'm down to kitchen knives. Then I've got to, you know, screwdrivers after that. I need to just kill these. I want to skip them to get in the house, and I know it's an idea that will get us killed, because that's just what happens. Because you get in there, you aggro, you have to get more space to fight. As you move around, because you didn't have enough space to fight and the zombies move, you aggro more. That requires you more space to move and fight, which means you aggro more. You get the idea. It becomes a vicious cycle until you got nothing left to give. And then you die. Yeah, it's right there, but I got a lot of hordes between us, so it's just taking time. Like I said, we're basically as due can be for the helicopter. I am expecting it literally any day now. And then the other issue is every time I open up a space, one of these hordes just goes, oh, there's an open space, I need to be there. So I just need to keep killing them. Alright, we got zombies on the move up here. I think they've stopped, that's fine. I mean, if I had ammo for a gun, sure. But, like, I have 6 shotgun shells and like 8.38 special rounds. And no gun for either of them because both of them, the gun was kind of in crap shape. Or maybe it was 9mm rounds. Either way, both guns were in crap shape, so I didn't keep the gun. So I just took the bullets. Which is pretty standard. Alright, we're now down to screwdrivers. Love to see it. Not really. Yeah, no, but if I was sitting on like a good 30-40 shotgun shells, yeah, we'd go blasting. But right now, I don't have any ammo to do anything meaningful. Do you have a nightstick? I'm not sure if that was my eyes playing tricks on me, but it looked like you here, Blondie, may have had a nightstick. Because if you have a nightstick, I would much like to... Ah, you don't have a nightstick. You, sir, are a disappointment to your post. Sorry, ma'am. Ma'am, my apologies. I didn't know. That's fine, I already have one, so I don't need one stabbed holes in it. No weapons that I'm seeing here. We just keep working on them. That is probably a bit of a generous grab, but that's fine. We'll deal with it. We're not sleepy yet. We got all the stamina in the world. I just don't want to fight anywhere near the tree where I could accidentally lose line of sight or anything like that. Because one mistake there can get you killed super easy. Oh yeah. Well, I mean, at this point, I think I'm at 4 short blade, so you know. Oh yeah, the sight, like, to me, the sound of the knife kills doesn't make sense for what it is, but I also really like it. But yeah, it is way too mechanical sounding. Oh, they're moving in, so we'll switch down to this group. I wanted to finish that group off, but this group pushing in doesn't mean... Like, I would more than likely just aggro the other group trying to draw them off. I don't want to get too ambitious right now, because we're not sleepy yet, but we are getting close-ish to drowsy. And I'm down to a handful of screwdrivers on us, so our weapon situation is not good. Oh no, we're backing off from that. What the hell's that about? That's okay, we're about to be drowsy anyways. Only 4 of you? Okay, that's better. When I saw like 30 of them, I was like, whoa, hang on, we're about to be drowsy, I don't want this. I mean, I could deal with it, but I'd prefer not. Okay, kill this one. We gotta get back home because we're right about to be drowsy. I gotta restock on whatever weapons we got. I think I have like a small army of hand forks stashed away, which I am not enthused about. But that is the way these runs go. If you can poke a zombie with it or beat a zombie over the head with it, you're gonna use it. So yeah, screwdriver's not actually that bad a weapon. For the record. Kill this pack of 3, it's small, get rid of it. Don't need anything sneaking up on us. Alright, so about 1,300 kills today. So someone mentioned double the kills, we're basically there. We're slightly shy of it. We're basically at double kills now from when we started. But part of me is hoping if I play the helicopter right, I can potentially draw the zombies away from Ekron. And that'll at least get us a foothold. Now granted, in those cases you usually start your foothold and you eventually get pushed back out. But that's after killing a heck of a lot of zombies, managing to get your hands on some food and some weapons and that kind of thing. And you know, maybe that happens once or twice before you can actually get a foothold you can maintain. And then you start going the house to house to house to wipe them all out. Now, last time I got really... Well, not last time. In a previous attempt, I got really lucky, and while we were doing Ekron, I managed to get my hands on not one, but 2 large backpacks, where I could kind of rotate the backpacks and leapfrog stuff. So I had, like, my one backpack for looting houses, and my one backpack that was, like, all my actual carry supplies. So I'd keep one backpack at the house I was staying at, and the other backpack I'd carry with me someplace, like wherever I was looting or whatever. That said, right now we just have a singular duffel bag. Alright, so we've emptied the cooking pot, so we should leave that outdoors. So when it rains, it can refill.